This team is a pesky young team. They're not going to go away. So when we get them down, we got to keep them down. But basically, just a communication on defense, and we got to keep sharing the ball on offense. We went inside to Powell early in the game. He was effective, got their bigs in foul trouble, so we want to get back to that.
Appreciate the time, man. Love the look, too. That's smooth tonight.
Thank you.
All right, Brian Shaw, let's check in with the Chicago Bulls tonight. Let's go over to Chris McGee. Chris?
Yeah, thanks, Michael. I talked to Pete Myers, member of the Chicago Bulls staff. He said overall they're real happy with the effort, especially since that game could have gotten away. He said offensively the Lakers' length is causing them problems, getting too many hands in the passing lanes, too many steals for easy baskets. Defensively, they agree with Stu. They got to get a body on Gasol. He's getting the ball too easy and too much space.
All right, thanks, guys. Kobe, first shot of the second half out there before Dang could respond. And the Lakers up by 7. So the opening minute of the second half. And the one thing that stuck out in my mind, Brian Shaw brought up, is Derrick Rose. Short on that attempt. Don't let him get to the rim is the key. Was not enough touches downstairs. Kobe back to back. That time for beyond the arc. And quickly, the Lakers are up by 10, 66-56. But they did look for Andrew Bynum early. Not as much late.
Well, they have to continue to look for their bigs, though. I mean, you got to keep your bigs involved. I mean, I can't emphasize enough how important it is to be able to be on a team that can attack from the interior.
On the double, Radmanovic did a good job just to get to it. Gasol, and Kobe's there. Kept it alive for Drew. Andrew Bynum going to the line. Give Kobe credit.
Yeah, that's one of those ones, again, where, he doesn't get any credit for this play, basically. But without his activity around the glass, attacking, just tapping it up there, Andrew wouldn't have been able to secure that one and get a three-point opportunity. So that's why you just keep playing. I mean, just keep playing regardless. Anticipate every teammate's shot to be a miss. That way you're in position to get a rebound.
So quickly, the Lakers up by only 5 at the break, 61-56, with a 7-0 run to start the second half. Brian Shaw also had an opportunity to put it away early because they were up by 15, but left the door wide open.
The game of basketball is a game of runs, especially in the NBA. So you get your run of 12 to 15 points, and all of a sudden they run right back at you. You have to be consistent, though. When you're in between those runs, don't have the big droughts.
The one thing we both agree upon, how impressive Derrick Rose is. What a great looking run. Oh, yeah. Thrown away by Gooden.
Good defensive pressure.
Yeah, they stuck it in the hands of Gooden, and he didn't know where to go with it. But Derrick Rose, a lot of guys are fast, but he's fast with the ball, and he's a blur.
I mean, he doesn't. That's why some players you'd rather have them with the ball, because playing without the ball, like a Rip Hamilton, he's tough without it because he moves so quickly. Derrick Rose is one of those that even with it, he's a monster.
Here's the mismatch. Step back, Radmanovic, not close.
You don't want to step back there. He's 6'9". You power him to the rim.
Gordon with a good first step. Out of control. And Noah will clean it up underneath. So Joakim Noah, his first basket of the game. He has not been out there much. Only a little more than 6, almost 7 minutes. But they are challenged offensively with their 2 guys they've taken in the last couple of drafts. Tyrus Thomas, Joakim Noah. Kobe feeling it early in the second half as Kobe's filling it up 71-58. Kobe now has 15.
Kobe's got a nice rhythm to his shot to start this third quarter. I mean, a real nice rhythm to his shot.
25 a game, 5th leading scorer in the NBA coming in. Screen and roll game. Man, it's going to be a hold.
Kobe made sure.
Yep, he held on.
Noah wasn't going to roll to the basket.
Well, UCLA is playing later this week in New York. Congratulations, though, to Tim Floyd and USA. They won tonight, 73-60.
And Kobe's last basket, nice rhythm to it, a nice flow to his jumper.
Andrew Bynum taking care of the miss.
Blocking the shot.
Yeah. So he collects it after he stops it. Second leading shot blocker in the league so far. Kobe cradling, he's got Gasol underneath, and that's pinned, but it went anyway. That's how good it has been for Gasol, and he's got to laugh because Noah timed it pretty well.
That was some play. You don't see that kind of a play that often where you block a shot, almost pin it against the glass, but then with follow through, it just goes right in as if you never touched it. Powell's trying to explain it to his teammates, and he's saying, I really don't know what happened, but all I know is I looked up and the ball was going through the rim.
Welcome back once again. Red hot start for Kobe and the Lakers in the second half, up by 5 at the break, now 15 at 73-58. We head over to our sister station Prime Ticket from time to time, give you an idea of what it looks like from courtside seats. We'll do it right now to start with 9:10 to play in the third quarter. And a short glimpse of the courtside view presented by the Mercedes-Benz dealers of Southern California. Dang continues to have problems from the outside. Joel Myers to Lanso. That's what you get over there. The sounds of silence. Simon and Garfunkel on our sister station. Prime Ticket. Pau Gasol was called for the walk on the previous possession for the Lakers. Kobe, quick release three. And Andrew Bynum battling, but Joakim Noah takes it away. He's the guy that is blocked away, but boy, what a factor. That nice little runner on the first possession out of the timeout for the Bulls. 7 of 12 for Derrick Rose.
I thought Derrick Rose touched it last. If they're not going to call a foul, that should be Laker basketball.
And that's what Ken Maurer is talking about right now with Jack Neese. It'll be brought in, though. Still by the Bulls. 17 on the shot clock. Just about 4 minutes gone in the third. This is the first of 7 games on the road. This is the circus trip for the Chicago Bulls. And Kobe taps it. Couldn't get it away, though, on the deflection. And that certainly would have been showtime. We've already seen a lot from Kobe in that direction tonight. Ben Gordon setting it up. Way too strong. It's knocked away from Gasol. And Dang is fouled by Gasol. So a put back second chance opportunity. Dang stays with the play.
Dang's been struggling tonight from the field. But it's a play just like that that can pick you up when you're struggling from the field. Nice offensive rebound. Tack the basket. Watch the ball fall through. 3-point opportunity.
Bulls have outboarded the Lakers 29-26. And now they are even in second chance points. So every time it looks like the Lakers are ready to spurt out to a huge lead. From 15, it is back to 10. 73-63. Bulls only shooting 41%. But they scored 13 at the free throw line on 17 tries. Lakers 51%. Shot clock coming down. It'll be Kobe the deep three. Second consecutiveness for Kobe from beyond the arc.
Now that one he had to take. Shot clock was winding down. But the Lakers, again, they start off this quarter with a nice little spurt. And then they've gone through another one of these droughts.
Kobe just got his third. He gambled a little bit, and then he wanted to take over the passing lane, so they called a hold to make sure Dang didn't get a step on the baseline. Off the ball as it was back out top. 16 on the shot clock for the Bulls. 7:23 left in the third. So an opportunity for Derrick Rose and the Bulls, but Radmanovic comes up with the Lakers' 10th steal of the game. That's what they're averaging. Lead the league in steals over the first 8 games of the year. Fish roll into the hole, and Noah puts it out of bounds. Derrick, out of gas now.
You talked about at the beginning how Andrew wanted to be more assertive in the post. This whole game again, he hasn't really had the ball on the box. He's got 4 field goal attempts total.
And when he's had the ball, a lot of times as it's thrown away, Gasol will not get to it on the inbound series. He got it, and we talked about it earlier, out towards the high post more than the low post.
Yeah, I mean, for him to be effective, an aggressive, effective player offensively, He's got to catch it on the box and then do his thing.
Well, he said he wanted to be more assertive, more aggressive. Took 7 shots last game, was frustrated. He didn't get enough touches. He was and he was backed up by his head coach.
But that's where, as a guard, I would tell him, okay, go down on the box. I'm going to bring it to you. I'm going to bring it to you.
Yeah, just get in position. Pau Gasol has been in position, and they've rewarded him.
Well, I mean, but Pau started off the game really effectively and knocking down shots, and I think that's why they kept going to Pau. They still have to mix it up a little bit if they're too big.
Ben Gordon on the flyby, a 3. And Gasol batted it away, but the length, good. Noah, Gooden had the follow. And this time it is poked away. You got to take it with you.
Well, Derek Fisher thought that Redmanovich was going to pick it up.
Rose underneath, slices his way home. Derrick Rose again. What an athlete. Acrobatically getting that one home. 73-65 and a timeout for the Lakers on the run by the Bulls of 7 consecutive.
This young Bulls team is not going to go anywhere. They're going to compete throughout. So the Lakers have to be a little bit better with their consistency. When we come back, we'll take a special look at Derrick Rose. Some say he was born to be a Chicago Bull.
Derrick Rose came into the game, and this only the 11th game of his career, averaging 19 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and he hasn't disappointed us tonight. He has been incredibly impressive. And as Stu just said, born to be a Bull, well, a native Chicagoan. High school ball, couple of state titles in the Windy City, and what a job he did in his 1 year at Memphis. John Calipari, freshman of the year. Tigers go to the NCAA title game. First team, All-Conference USA, and then the first overall pick in the draft. And before it's all over, and I think it's going to be a short period of time, Stu, we're all going to be saying there are 3 guards that are going to be the top 3 in this game for the next 10 years. Chris Paul, Darren Williams, we already know about those 2, and Derrick Rose.
He is a definite talent. No question about it.
Kobe off the Bynum screen, and Lamar trying to cuff it. Lakers wasted a beautiful play out of the timeout. They did everything.
All Lamar had to do with that one was tap a bit in, but he tried to put some special English on it or something.
Rose creating, as I said, already 6 assists. Good, real short. And Andrew Bynum clears it out. He needs only 2 more boards now, make it 1 more board for 1,000 in his career.
I'd like to see him get a touch.
It'll be Lamar Odom. And a loose ball foul, and Gordon didn't need to do it. Inside position for Radmanovich, who was coming his way anyway. He didn't know that with 5:51 to play.
Well, Ben Gordon is battling a bigger player in the paint there. And, instinctively, you use your hands so much because you do it so often. Could have accomplished the same thing by using his hips.
So the Lakers a fresh shot clock. Out of the timeout, though. Great execution. Just like the finish. Luol Deng, isolation against Kobe, trying to get him out of position. Now the step back, and a block, no, a pass for Bynum instead, and Drew goes to the line looking for the 3-point play.
That was a pass?
It looked like it. I can't remember a line drive like that from Kobe, even with Deng in his grill.
I mean, Deng was right there. It looked like Deng might have gotten a piece of it or something. You see the spin on it, but maybe it was a pass. Whatever the case is, Andrew says, I finally get to touch it in an operational zone, albeit on a pass that really, on a play that really wasn't set up for me. It's a 3-point opportunity coming to Andrew.
He can't capitalize. It's officially an assist. They gave Kobe his 6th assist of the game. So the Lakers on top again by 10, 75-65. Pick and roll game for Rose. Andrew Bynum stays at home. And thrown away by Ben Gordon. You know, good pressure defense. Fish on one side, Radmanovich dropping down on the other.
Again, that's what it has to be for the Lakers. They have to just constantly put the defensive pressure, but not gambling as much, but just good team defense.
That's the 14th turnover for Chicago. Man,
offensive foul Lamar.
Push off on Lamar, working against Tyrese Thomas, trying to get position. So Lamar Odom with the foul. It's his 4th. So you'd have to think he's going to sit down with 5:05 left.
Oh, yeah.
In the 3rd. Somebody's got to get up in a hurry. It'll be Trevor Ariza.
Trevor hasn't been in the game very much tonight. Only 5 minutes played.
Yeah, very little offense on the bench as well. A group that averages 36 a game. And there's Tyrese Thomas, the good look.
Now you're concerned that Lamar won't pick up the 5th before he gets out the game.
Andrew Bynum on the block, working up against Good. And the good position. Lamar trying to keep it away, and he did. It's off Good because he didn't quit on the play.
That's close, though. Lamar coming over the top.
Number 5, baby. A break for the Lakers all the way around.
Lamar very close to his 5th. I mean, they could have blown the whistle very easily there, and nobody could have complained at all.
And by the way, on that circus trip for the Bulls, it hasn't been kind. They're 1-11 over the last 2 years on the circus trip, and it takes over their building. Andrew Bynum. And right past Good. A couple of free throws coming up for Drew.
Good pivot. Good pivot. Caught the ball, anchored that pivot foot, goes on one side of the basket, pivots back to the other side, and gets fouled.
Lakers only 65% at the line tonight. Andrew Bynum, 7th and 8th attempts. And over the last 10 years, you talk about being jinxed when they leave home. And I bring it up because that's when Phil Jackson left this team on the circus trip. 6 and 52. Talk about ugly numbers. Well, visit your local Carl's Jr. today. Purchase a collectible Carl's Jr. gift card featuring the Lakers. Available for a limited time only on gift card purchases of $15 or more. So Andrew Bynum puts the Lakers up by a dozen as he's now 6 of 8 at the stripe. 12 points, 8 boards. And Andrew in the block department also has one. Make it 2 for Andrew now. Running off Good. Derrick Rose wanted it. Good job by Trevor.
When in doubt, shoot.
And there Bynum got the block. Gooden stayed with it. It'll be cleaned out by Radmanovich. And on the break, the lead. What a pass. Andrew Bynum going to the line. Drew Gooden underneath him, but the big guy can catch the ball on the run, can he?
Not only can catch the ball on the run, he's got very soft hands, but can you see the extension, or did you see the extension when he decided to elevate? I mean, yeah, he's 7'1", but he just goes up higher and higher. I mean, that's great extension as Drew Gooden picks up the blocking foul. Andrew back to the charity stripe for 9 and 10 attempts.
Yeah, good way inside the restraining arc.
And this is what I've been wanting to see for a while. I wanted to see Josh Powell get some time. You know, we talked about it at the beginning of the game.
Yep.
This guy, he can play.
Before
He's
we
just caught in a situation where numbers game.
Not enough minutes available at that position. So Andrew Bynum looking good, 80% of the line tonight, 8 of 10. Right before we started the telecast, I was watching Josh Powell, and I looked at you, and he's got a good touch.
Oh, he's got a very nice touch.
Help defense on Derrick Rose that time. You can afford to leave Tyrus Thomas. I'm talking about out on the arc where he is right now, camped out. Aaron Gray slapped away by Kobe. Ben Gordon. Andrew Bynum again changed it. Gray can't clean it up, and Josh Powell's got it on the break. Look out. Kobe Ariza. I don't want it. You take it.
That's why I don't like throwing the ball back.
Kobe gets the 3. A break for the Lakers again, and they have their biggest lead of the game at 82-65. Too generous to a fault. 9-0 run for the Lakers. Timeout Bulls.
Kobe and Trevor now talking it over, and Trevor saying, I didn't know what to do. I mean, you were ahead. I didn't know what you were going to do, and then the pass came. Kobe said, that's all right. I wanted to get a 3-point attempt anyhow. I figured if the pass wasn't good, you'd throw it back to me, and I'd get my 3. And what do I do with it? I drained it. Not the way you draw it up, but sure looks good when it goes in. Lakers lead at 82-65. Kobe Steele with a little bit of a smile on his face and trying to explain to everybody what happened on that last fast break opportunity. Just throws it up, and Trevor says, I don't want it. Kobe says, okay, I do. I'm not going to give up 2 shots. Passed up on the layup, but took the 3. Big smile as he's very fortunate that he knocks that shot down. That would have been one of those want to get away.
We already saw that on a couple of blown dunks just a couple of games ago.
Kobe's numbers pretty good in this game. When you look at, he's shooting 50% from the field, 8 out of 16, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Well, he's filling up the stat sheet.
Yeah, and you expected both Kobe and Fish after the last game where they both struggled from the outside. They had a long weekend.
But you notice what happened after the timeout with that busted play. Phil says, Kobe, come sit with me for a while. You don't want to run. You don't want to run the break right there. Come sit with me. Kobe said, no problem. I need a rest anyhow.
We're on a timeout. Bulls, 2 years ago, they had 49 wins, don't forget. 49 losses last year. Vinny Del Negro takes over. And I like what Vinny said about the young man with the basketball right now, Derrick Rose. He said there's a certain calmness about him, a right demeanor. He knows where he's at. And he handles the situations very well.
A lot of that is just his personality. He's
Right.
just a very low-key good guy.
Ben Gordon gets the roll as it broke down late. That stops a 9-0 run. So the Lakers still high 15, 82-67. 38% shooting for the Bulls
Well,
overall.
Let's see what this unit does on the floor, though. Second unit along with Powell. See if they can get back to being that good second unit they've been.
Farmar with the left hand. Nice. Oh, was that smooth?
Well, how did he get out? Tyrese Thomas was there, but he really never got a chance to jump for whatever the reason.
And Lamar Odom on the bench for 4 fouls, so we haven't seen this group as Derrick Rose gets to the hole. What a,
wow.
I mean, what a flash.
Tell you something. I know Jordan knew he went by, but he didn't see it.
Yeah, he's one of the quickest guards we've seen in a lot of years. Josh Powell off the lip of the rim. Ariza battling and got it away. It's last touched by Ariza, though. Out of bounds, back to the Chicago Bulls, but not for a lack of effort by Trevor Ariza.
Well, if you're careless with the ball with Trevor, you're not going to have it very long because his anticipation is really good. Just about another steal, but goes off the body of Trevor and back to the Bulls.
So the right call, an easy call. 2:18 to play in the third, and a very productive one for the Lakers as they led by only 5 at the half.
You've heard me talk about leveling off guards, flattening out guards, but Derrick Rose, boy, whoo, the only way you're going to do that with him is if you absolutely give him the outside shot, and he's smart enough to do what is called making up the distance. If you're off of me, I dribble closer to you to finally you have to play me, then I go around you.
I watched the game over the weekend with the Dallas Mavericks, and Jason Kidd found out firsthand, and he felt a lot older than 35. Sasha back into the game, had a couple of steals in the first half. Nice little bounce for Pau Gasol, and Gasol gives him an assist on the play. So the Lakers now with their biggest lead.
I think Powell could get that shot just about any time he wants it because Gray's giving him such space. Just catch it and shoot it and wait for him to rush at you.
28 for Gasol. Gray double. Yep, there's Tyrese Thomas, and he is a human pogo stick. He can jump. But he's only averaging over his first 2 years 5 and 7, and the comparison's always going to be there because of the draft day deal. Well, Marcus Aldridge going the other way, a potential all-star. Nice pass, Trevor Ariza. He'll get it right back on the block, but there's going to be a foul as it came right across the face of Gasol.
Foul looks at Nocioni is like, what was that about? I didn't say anything bad about you, did I?
Yeah, we had a lot of international games together, didn't we? The Argentinian, the Spaniard.
You know, you're talking about Thomas being a big-time leaper. Yes, he is. But in the NBA, there are a lot of big-time leapers. What you need to do, sure, you can leap now, but don't just utilize that as your only skill. Work on the rest of your game. In the offseason, now when I say work, I don't mean go to the gym and play every day. Because when you're playing in a game in the offseason, you're not working on your game. You're doing the things that you are very comfortable doing. You got to work on your weaknesses. Come back each year a little stronger in each department. That's what a lot of these guys just won't do.
And he's got to have a 15, 16-footer. He's got to keep him honest. It's off the knee of Larry Hughes. Up against Sasha's pressure at the half-court line.
He's out back court. He stepped on the line. The referee was right there. Come on now.
7 on the shot clock. And Trevor Ariza may have gotten away with one. Lakers ball out of bounds off Tyrese Thomas. So they get the stop. And that has been the key because they have shut him down.
Watch Larry Hughes right there. That's back court. I don't know what the official's watching.
It's a running clock.
That doesn't do anything to his eyesight.
88-69. You didn't want to blow the whistle to stop the clock. Farmar and Jordan squaring up nicely, giving the Lakers a 21-point lead. So don't forget, they've held Chicago to 13 points in the third quarter, and that is solid defense. Talked about the Dallas game. Tyrese Thomas, and it'll count. Didn't put it back down. Continuation.
So what so often happens when the whistle sounds, the defense stops. The offensive guy will never stop because he's hungry to score. You've got to play it until it's stopped by the ball, not necessarily by the whistle. And I know a lot of times, or sometimes, you can pick up a technical foul by making a defensive play after the whistle, but you just can't give an uncontested layup just because the whistle sounded.
Thomas, he does not have awful form. You can see it's not a bad stroke. He gets to the three-point play, but over the previous 3 games, 6 for 23. And on the season coming in tonight, 29%.
What happens so often with guys that jump a lot is they don't know when to shoot jump shots. They jump too high on their shot.
And Gasol
Didn't read.
Yeah, didn't see Hughes is taken away on the turnover. Bulls will play for the final shot. Rose on the finger roll. What body control by Derrick Rose. Back to 16 as Derrick Rose is up to 20. He's past his average. Farmar the buzzer. Jordan, not a bad look that late. Didn't think he'd get it off in time, but he did.
Bulls are going to be there. The Lakers know they probably have one more run in them to start this fourth, so the Lakers should come out and approach this fourth like they have to win it. If they do that, they'll win the game.